Hello, everybody. Just making sure that we're live and in effect. I'm starting a little early because yeah, you're gonna see in a second. Let me make sure I got my audio. So I'm gonna listen to it on my phone. There we go. So yeah, I don't know. Hold on. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can hear the music. Okay, whatever. So I guess no music or whatever. So I started a little early because I got something really cool and I want to show it off before I start talking about before I start talking about Ghost of Tsushima. And I thought this would be actually pretty cool. And so we're gonna see. Boom. All right, so let's see. Yes, know you guys saw this in the background, and I'm going to see what can I do with this. See this? This is a MSI Ventus RTX graphics card. This is the 2070 Super. I probably won't do an unboxing on camera. I'll probably do a separate video for an unboxing. But this card I got in, actually I picked it up today and I almost was late for my live stream. Let me Okay, I don't know why. Hold on. Let's see. That's gonna bother me. That's gonna really bother me. Okay, let's see. Okay, come on. Okay, boom. Really? Okay, come on. Son of a bitch. Fuck this. Hold on. I'm gonna do this. Okay, boom. All right. We're gonna try to see if the music is. Come on, music. Come on, music. Unless it's like. There we go. Okay, I don't know why it's not working. Fuck it. So why did I get that card? Why did I get the card? Because I wanted a I wanted a new card because I wanted to test out RTX stuff because the new console is gonna have RTX stuff, and do if I just show you guys RTX stuff on the gaming consoles, then it wouldn't be fair just for the console guys. So I wanted to do the PC stuff as well. As far as 1440p gaming and 1080, well, mainly 1440p gaming with my old card, I do have to turn down a lot of the settings, and with the Turing encoder that the 20 something has, the 2070 has, or the 20 lineup has, it's going to help with streaming, recording, and all that stuff. And it's going to help me with getting better quality recording and better quality streaming. So that's why I got it. Ooh. I'm drinking Aha. So it's seltzer water. Actually, I call it seltzer, but it's actually called sparkling water. Um, so I have to, stop drinking sugar or stop consuming sugar, and that should help me with what's been going on with me. But as far as stuff that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Oh, and before I get into Ghost of Tsushima, the card came with Death Stranding for the PC. I wasn't going to get the game for the PC, but the card came with it. So, I need to install the card, register it, and download it. It's not just a code that they give you. So, ooh. So further ado, we're gonna talk about um Ghost of Tsushima, but first I'm gonna talk to you guys about what I've been playing. This is episode 45 of Console Gaming Radio. As you can see, Hector is still not here. I haven't heard from him in like 2 weeks, so I hope everything's okay with him. But I'm pretty sure it is. So let's get into the episode. What I've been playing was Ghost of Tsushima. I am finished with Act 1, going to Act 2. It's a kind of a big game with three parts of the island. I'm almost done with all the side missions and all the armor sets and all the hot springs and everything. I'm 100%ing the game. So that's why it's taking so long, and I just don't want to what's it called? Just rush to the game and not shit. I can't think of it right now. I just don't want to miss something, you know? And I'm going for the platinum anyways, so yeah, that's what I am doing. Because with the open world games, I just go for the story missions, and I don't get the full experience. But this one, I do want to get the experience that I deserve with this. So other than that, I've been playing what's it called? Oh shit. Come on. I've been playing some Minecraft, and I also been playing some Borderlands 3. I've been playing that on the PlayStation 4. Want to get the platinum on that game. That's gonna be another long ass platinum. I did get the platinum for what's it called? Shit, I can't think of it. Oh, Persona 5 Royal. My medicine's finally kicking in, so my brain's gonna finally work. So, but that's not this episode of of Console Gaming Radio. This episode of Console Gaming Radio is about Ghost of Tsushima. What I think of it? Do I recommend it? I probably put in like at least 20 hours of the game so far, but I really haven't been playing a lot of the story content. Well, I'm in Act 2, so I did the first act already. So pretty much, the Ghost of Tsushima, the story that you need to know so far. The Mongols are invading the island of Tsushima, and pretty much they wipe out most of the samurai. However, you're the one of the last remaining samurai that's willing to fight back, and they have your uncle captive. That they actually capture your uncle, and the first act of the game is you saving your uncle from, I forgot what the guy's name is. That's all you really need to know for the context of my first impressions video. Um, so far the story is kind of slow. I'll be very honest with you. Like I thought uh I thought Last of Us Part 2 was slow, but it actually gripped me faster than this game. It's actually going to grip you mid mid act 1. That's where it gripped me. The side content, there's a couple different types of side content. One is with the characters that you meet, like you meet Yuna at the beginning of the game, then you meet a sake dealer, then um you meet a monk, and you meet a archer. You do missions for them, and it's kind of their own stories. So like if you really like Yuna, you can actually do her side content, and you can actually learn more about the characters. Then you have other side content where you do stuff for like the peasants. I'm gonna call them the peasants. Probably shouldn't. Where you're like, oh, my father's missing. Can you help me find him? And so you go out and you track where the father went, and you find out the father's dead. And then those are not like, those are not as fun as the other side contents. You have the Mongols camps. You also have the Mongols villages that you need to take out. Well, because the Mongols take over the villages, you need to take them out as well. And you have certain missions that you need to do to take out the that you need to do to get the villages back. Those are fun. The fishing villages, you need to you need to rescue the hostages, and some of the Mongols will actually target the hostages, so you need to actually stop what you're doing and make sure the hostages doesn't die, because if any hostages die, you can actually fail the missions. Some missions require you to do stealth, like you can fail a mission for being spotted. Like you could be spotted as long as no one else sees you and they don't call for help. You can actually save yourself from failing the mission. I've done that a couple times, but once they start yelling and all that, then they yell samurai, you're done. Um, Side content and collectibles. You get the hot springs that actually raises up your max health. There's the fox dance where you follow the foxes around and you pray, and you get charms for your weapons. You get charm slot. Then you get the bamboo chopping. It's like a memorization mini game where you actually have to hit certain buttons to chop through certain bamboos, and I believe you can actually get um healing. I don't know what it is exactly called, but it's the gems that you use to heal yourself. because you start out with 3, and where I'm at, I have like 6 or 7 of them. So other than that, you have armor. You you listen to someone hear a story, then you go out and find armor, sword pieces, and stuff like that. Those are blue markers on your map, so you could do that. I have mostly everything done in the first part of the island, and so that's why I really haven't started on the second part of the island. But I done a lot of the game, so I can actually tell you what goes on in the game. So I'm going to talk to you about the graphics of the game. So the game, I don't believe it's full 1440p native. No, I don't believe it's full 4K native. I believe it's like 1880p, or maybe it's solid 1440p. The game runs in uh solid 30 FPS. There is a performance mode where it's smoother, because what people are saying that the game can stutter at certain parts if it's on favor resolution mode, which is I really haven't noticed anything with that. Um when I updated my graphics card and um when I updated my graphics card, got to play at the native resolution. You don't really notice the difference between 1080p and the native resolution. However, the game still looks good. Um, look, it looks a lot better than Halo Infinite. I can tell you that right now. And they're saying Halo Infinite's a next generation game. Um, there's not a lot of what's it called, the waypoints. You have to follow the wind to figure out where you're going. Then you can follow birds, singing birds, to find out where you're going. That's something that you have to get used to with someone like me that's visually impaired. um it's kind of hard to follow wind, because my brain doesn't register where it goes. So I catch myself pausing the game a lot to figure out where you go. Once you get close to your destination, that's when they give you the waypoint. So at least they give me something, but I kind of wish they have an options where you could turn on um a constant waypoint on the accessibility options. I think when Last of Us Part 2 came out, you have they gave you a lot of choices when it comes to accessibility. So I think first party Sony games need to live up to that standard, and wait and Ghost of Tsushima doesn't. So going from a solid accessibility menu from Last of Us Part 2 to this shouldn't be an excuse. So other than that, the graphics are solid. This is going to be the final major first party game on the PlayStation 4, unless uh, other games are announced. Don't worry, I am not sponsored by them. You would know if I am. We're going to talk to you about controls. The controls of the game are what you expect when it comes to a third person slashing game. There's no lock on system, so you're going to have to pay attention where your character is, where it's swinging. Um, it's kind of hard to break away from a certain fight to save a hostage. I find out I find myself being locked on to a encounter trying to run away, but you can't. So you got your weak attacks with square, and you got your strong attacks with With triangle, you could change your stats by holding down the R2 and then pressing the face button that's tied to a certain stance. You could use your bow by um holding down the L2 button, then using the bow. I forgot what it actually is to fire the bow. It's either square or probably R2. You get a basic a dodge mechanic with circle. They have a parry system followed by a counter attack, which is blocking is L1. Um, I find myself trying to run with the R2 button, like the classic Assassin's Creed. The controls, like when you're playing this game, like my brain thinks I'm playing an old style Assassin's Creed game. So I'm trying to like climb with the one of the trigger buttons, and it doesn't seem to be working. The climbing of the game is kind of weak. Like it's kind of like Assassin's Creed classic style where it doesn't really it doesn't feel like natural. The biggest gripe that I have with the controls mainly is because I would like to have a um lock on system with my character, like with an enemy, so I can focus on that thing. Um we're going to talk about what's it called, combat now. um like I said earlier, with the controls, your weak attack with square and your strong attack with triangle. There are certain different types of enemies. You got the big guys, you got the small guys with the shields, you got the weaker guys that just take any type of attack. The You can knock off the guys with the shield. You can knock the balance off the guys with the shield. Then you can follow by a weak attack, and you could do the same thing with the bigger guys with like the big shields. Like you know how when like a super soldier takes off a car door and uses that as cover, they have like shields like that cover their pretty much their whole body, and you're gonna have to knock the enemies off balance. There are certain attacks, I mean certain stances that you get in the game that can easily knock off people off balance. So you're gonna have to figure out what stance to use with certain enemies. Now, um, then you have a whole stealth system that the samurai doesn't like to use, because if you pay attention to the story, it's dishonorable because the samurai like to um not fight enemies head on. So the samurai like to fight enemies head on, and when Jim Sakai uses stealth attacks, it's considered dishonorable, but it's there. So I think that's actually pretty cool that you can actually use those certain attacks. It's not like you have to fight enemies half, you know, head on, and I'm glad they actually implement stealth mechanics in the game. We're gonna talk about gameplay next. The gameplay is what you expect with Ghost of Tsushima. Find your destination on the map, do the mission, you fight enemies. You could do standoffs where you can actually size each other up, and it's like a dueling system where people do in the olden days. Or you can just do just standard combat fighting. What I like to do, check this out. I like to not use my horse. I like to walk or run to my destinations. stay off the road, look at the wilderness, and that's how I actually play Far Cry games too, because I don't use vehicles in that game. I like to sneak around, stay off the road. Um, I run into animals more, and I think I get more of the scenery if I do that. There's no wrong way to play this game, as long as you're doing certain side content to level up your character. You get skill points to um get your character more attacks. I filled up my samurai skill tree. Right now, then I'm working on my ghost skill tree. My goal of the game is to get everything filled up. I'm pretty sure there's a trophy where you get everything filled up, or mostly everything filled up. The trophies in the game don't seem to be that hard to do. There are trophies that you have to do certain moves in combat, and a lot of the trophies are locked behind the story. Um, I hear a lot of people say the trophies list is fun, and that's why I'm trying to get the platinum of the game. So overall, what do I think? It's kind of slow to start out with. Um, so once you get your character leveled up more, the game's gonna get easier. Once you get to know the enemy types more, the game's gonna be a lot easier. It's fun. Is it game of the year, game of the generation material? No, because there's a lot of stuff that it could approve on, like the lock on system, the movement system with your character, um, and I haven't beaten the game yet, so I don't know if it's gonna be what's it called, if it's gonna be like a 70 or 80 hour game. I don't know if there's gonna be any pacing issues. I would know after I actually beat the game. So um as far as the voice acting is spot on. Everyone like has like everyone that talks has like a accent that's believable, like a Japanese person speaking English. They have a Japanese track, which is I haven't tested that out yet because I don't want to read my games. I want to sit back and enjoy my games, so I haven't used that, but I don't know if they actually use nothing but Japanese actors for the game. I guess I should have researched that before I got on the stream. I enjoyed it. Let's just say, like, I'm enjoying it right now. I've put in about 3 to 4 hours a day on the game because, like, with my health issues right now, I cannot play games a long period of time, and so that's why I haven't beaten the game yet. I still need to finish Halo 3 remastered for the PC for Master Chief Collection, and I still need to actually do a video on that as well. But I might just put that on hold, install this card, and give you a 4K recording of that video. So, other than that, that's pretty much all I have. I'm still looking for guests. I'm gonna be looking for guests to be on the show so I can talk to them. I do have some people in mind. I just need to reach out for them. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this shorter episode, and I will talk to you guys